What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Alex here for Impact. We are live and in living color with round number 1 of Modern FNM here on Twitch. If you're watching, though, on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell icon, and set it to all so you don't miss out on our Friday Night Magic tournaments where we stream each and every single Friday at 7 p.m. Central. If you are local to the St. Louis area, we are located at 49 Ludwig Drive in the fabulous Fairview Heights, Illinois, about 12 to 15 minutes, depending how heavy your foot is from the great St. Louis Gateway Arch. If you want to purchase Magic the Gathering cards, hit up impactgamingcenter.gg for all of your Magic the Gathering and other tabletop gaming needs. And of course, like us on all of our social media platforms. Alrighty, now that that is done with, let me introduce our players for round 1. We've got April on Domain Zoo and Justin on Jeskai Control. So both of these players are actually regulars, so it is going to be a pretty interesting battle. We've got Domain Zoo obviously wants to just put a bunch of dudes on the battlefield and turn them sideways with those Scion of Dracos. And of course, Control wants to basically do the exact opposite. Wrath the board, counter some spells, kill some things. That, that old chestnut. But yeah, it looks like we've got a Ragavan in play for April, and now she plays Flooded Strand, and back to Justin. He'll play an Elegant Parlor and Surveil. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining us. We've got 4 rounds of Modern action tonight for you, so we will have backup matches in between the rounds. So don't go anywhere whenever we take our breaks. Always refer to the player's life total there on the tablet because it's hard to keep up. I've got a lot of things. Obviously, I'm commentating, I'm watching chat. Updating life totals is not always the easiest on my end. Looks like April will grab a Lush Portico, get a Surveil. Not quite sure what it is. Can't quite see it. Got a little glimpse of it, but I couldn't see it, chat. Could you? Oh, it's a lightning bolt. Okay. And she will untap and draw. Arid Mesa and gonna get in there. And Mystic Gate going to be the card that is exiled from Ragavan's attack. All right, gonna play that Arid Mesa that she drew. And going to crack down to 15, I believe. See if she updates her life total. 15 all, yep. And that'll be a Xander's Lounge, I think? Hard to tell. Has a Stubborn Denial. And Tribal Flame's going to deal some damage. 5 damage total. Justin goes to 10. And gonna go to 8 off the Hallowed Fountain, Shocking in. Wrath of the Skies. Ooh, and there's a Stubborn of Denial waiting in the wings for April. That will stifle the card there, and it will go to the graveyard unresolved. And she rips another Stubborn Denial. Justin is in. Oh my gosh. So April could cast this. Justin is at 6, I just heard him say. Not sure if you all can hear, but I can. I've got their volume turned down quite a bit. Is April going to pull the trigger on this Really contemplating it here. Obviously, tapping out means she won't have access to Stubborn Denial. But she's got these treasures she could use. Flage, and Justin drops to only 3 here. Really got to find something. April does have Stubborn Denial mana. And that will take down good old backup. Gonna take down the Ragavan backup Flage. Stubborn Denial does not hit creatures, though, unfortunately. Arena of Glory in play. And can Justin stabilize here at... It was at 3. He did gain 3, as you can see on his little boogie board next to him there. He is at 6. There's an Arid Mesa in play, so it keeps hitting land. He's doing what he needs to do. Drawing the good cards. That Stubborn Denial earlier, though, was really rough for him. And then, so April just drew Leyline, so she'll play that. It's her only play, but Justin quick to cast that counter spell, so that'll head straight to the bin. And then Justin will, I believe, fetch down to 5. Again, I can see the boogie board right there to Justin's right, the right of his graveyard, so. Alrighty. 3 mana. That's a Teferi Time Rattler. And that is the bird version. And there is the original, well, one of the original art at least. But yeah, very obviously very powerful spell, banned in Pioneer. But yeah, April's gonna take a look. We are 2/3 mana for loyalty. Each opponent can cast spells only anytime they could cast a sorcery. +1 until the next turn. You can cast sorcery spells as though they had flash, and -3. Return a target artifact, creature, or enchantment its owner control to its owner's hand, and then you get to draw a card. There's Leyline. Leyline Binding. Going to Force of Negation, pitching the Narset, Parter of Veils. And there is a Kavu and another counter spell. Justin's got it all here in the late stages of this one. Going to play another land. And this is, you know, you think playing a land every turn is not really a good thing. But for control, this is exactly what he wants to be doing. Going to get to untap that Arena of Glory next turn. There's a Wild Nacatl drawn. What does Justin have in hand? He's flicking the cards back and forth so much I can't really see. Looks like 2 blue cards. There's a Coddle. And Lorianne revealed. Getting to cast it is huge here. So 1, 2, 3 cards drawn for Justin at the end step, and he'll get to untap and draw another one. And Justin's starting to put the clamps down, I do believe. April kind of out of gas here. There's a Flage. Yep, kill your Nacatl. And that is a Flage that is getting escaped from the graveyard. So that one will actually stick around. And Justin going to go from 5 to 8. And April is going to call it here. Jeskai Control taking game number 1 over Domain Zoo. And we will kick it back to the sideboard area here where I am. Hello, hello, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining us. So, Jeskai Control looking pretty darn good against Domain there. And obviously, sideboarding will definitely help April. But yeah, Justin's deck is usually Control deals with these kind of mid-range strategies pretty darn well. Obviously, if April's got some tricks up her sleeves, it will definitely help. But yeah, we'll see what happens in games 2 and potentially 3. But thank you all so much for joining us. If you're watching on Twitch, I just want to say thank you all so much for rocking with us the way y'all have been the last couple of weeks. Our numbers have grown immensely, so I just want to say thank you so much for being here, showing up and showing out. 720 followers, and our numbers just keep going up, so we appreciate that big time. If you are looking for Magic cards, Lorcana cards, Pokemon cards, One Piece, anything like that, hit up impactgamingcenter.gg. We have a ton of inventory, singles and sealed product. Pokemon, of course, is really popular right now. So if you're looking for any of that kind of stuff, hit up the website, impactgamingcenter.gg, to find it. Just follow us on all of our social media. We make silly little skits on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all those places, Twitter. Follow us all over the place. Let's see, do I have access to our other camera tonight? I do. All right, so let's go to that now, and we will surveil the area. Now, this is half of our area. Looks like we don't have anybody here, but I assure you we've got 33, I believe, for Commander. Or, sorry, for Modern, and then probably 30, probably about the same amount for Commander tonight. So, not quite a packed house. A little bit light night for us, but still rocking and rolling, having some great games being played. But yeah, let's see how much time we've got left in the round. 34 minutes. I don't want to jinx it, but that's a decent amount of time to get these potentially next 2 games done with. All right, we'll kick it back down to the battlefield with that being said. As these players, looks like Justin is already shuffled up. And April ready to roll. Alrighty, and Justin is up a game, as indicated by that little blue circle next to his life total. So April will likely be on the play here. And a pre-game ley line. That is a good sign for April. She needs to get off to a quick start. And that is definitely one way to facilitate that. Thundering Falls going to get her surveil action. Going to keep it on top and pass right back. Yeah, April really needs to get off to a fast start. Cannot afford to take things slow, in my opinion, in this matchup. 2 mana. There is the Scion, and that's pretty much the best card in the deck. That's the reason you play it. Scion of Draco. All right, so this is the Tune the Narrative, I believe. Draws a card, gets 2 energy, I believe. And attack. So 24-16 is the new life totals after the Scion attack. And here is a Territorial Kavu, seemingly about to come down. After Slight hesitation. April decides that's what she wants to do. Justin lays a island onto the battlefield. Stock up. Okay, this is a really, really good new card from Ether Drift. I'll bring it up if I can. There we go. So this is a 3 mana. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. Put 2 of them into your hand and the rest of them on the bottom of your library in any order. So very similar to Dig Through Time. That is the comparison that it often gets, compared to. Obviously, it doesn't dig as deep, but it is always 3 mana. It is a sorcery, which can be a bit troublesome, but obviously when you have Teferi 3 on the battlefield, it can become an instant. It's what we call a combo. But in this scenario, Justin just going to find a Supreme Verdict, and that is exactly what he needed, and that is why Stock Up is so darn good. It just really lets you rip through your deck, choose the cards you need, and really helps facilitate some comebacks, especially for this Jeskai control deck. All right, here's Surveil from April. Put that Arid Mesa to the bin. And yeah, Justin had to discard hand size, so. All right, Territorial Kavu. Both gonna battle. And Justin gonna drop to 8. April gonna go to 32. April deciding not to play. I think that's Wild Nakatl, yep. So playing the patient game, probably the correct play since Justin just cast Stock Up, and I'm sure April's probably assuming there's some kind of Wrath of God effect about to be coming her way. If not, she's got the win on board, so why throw more critters onto the battlefield to get blown up? All right. And there's only one play really to make here, Justin, and he will make it. Supreme Verdict. It is uncounterable. April gonna destroy all creatures. Yeah, if it was all permanents, oh baby, that card would be busted. But nope. Justin will take getting another turn, I'm sure. April gonna drop to 31 after the fetch. Likely gonna want to get. Maybe she only has one Surveillant in her deck. I don't know. But regardless, gonna grab the steam vents. Alrighty, back to April. That is a top deck, says April. Oh no. Oh wow, there's another Scion, and yeah, Justin, you know he hates to see it. Does he have another Verdict? That's what he's gonna need here. Solitude's a good draw. Ooh, that's a Wrath of the Skies. That's not gonna do it for the tune the narrative, start things off. Okay. Get some more energy. Wrath the Skies. Okay. X equaling 4. And that will take the. Oh, wait. Okay, so he's got a way to clean up everything on the board. Okay. April goes to 25. Justin went to 6. Gonna play Steam Vents from hand, so Justin, just like last game, able to stabilize at a decent life total. Has that tribal flames there? Tribal flames you. Go to 1? Yeah. I mean, Justin's at 1. 1 is in 0, though. Stock up. Okay, that's a good start here to try and rebuild. 4 and 5. Gotta imagine that Flage is a part of the equation here. Did tap both of his white sources, though, unfortunately. That is a little bit unfortunate. Kept up 2 red-blue lands. Could have taken the... Could have taken the Arena Glory and the Flage and been able to cast the Flage that turn. Not the case, though. Wild Nacatl drawn for April, I believe that's what that was. Still putting the pressure on. I mean, Wild Nacatl, not huge, but it's lethal potentially. Does have the Galvanic Discharge for it, though, so it'll take the Nacatl down. Justin lives to see another turn. Now he's got Flage mana. I think if I were him, I'd be firing that off. Flage target you. So he'll go to 4. Still in Tribal Flames zone, but, you know. I imagine he's probably got some kind of counter magic in his hand, so I think I did see, yeah, there's a Force of Negation. There's a Flage. So he'll go back down to 1. This is the Battle of the Flages. All right. Teferi Time Raveler drawn. Target nothing, draw a card. Meticulous Archive, Surveil. Does he have a way to stop the Flage? Because doesn't Flage come back? Am I tripping? He is at 1 right now. I know it says 4, but on the boogie board right there, you can see it says 1. Cards in hand, April S. I believe Justin answered 4. Oh, does April not have mana to cast Flage? I guess not. Or maybe there's a Ragavan. Dashing Ragavan. Oh. Dash is good. He's got a Galvanic Discharge there. Going to go ahead and use that. Gaining 2 energy off of that exchange. And April just passing. So we might be in another scenario just like last game where Justin could potentially stabilize at a very long... This time at 1. And be able to come back. April just needs a Tribal Flames off the top. Of course, we know Justin has a Force of Negation in hand. And is going to be able to... Yeah, here we go. Here's a Flage back. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Flooded Strand for mana? No. Oh, is that what happened? I didn't see. But no, she does not. Wooded Foothills. April said, this is going to eat a counterspell. And Justin is like, yeah, I think I will counter the card. So Flage gets countered. And now Justin has a Flage. Ooh, fetching. Down to 3. He's been teetering between 1 and 4 for the last several turns. I'm loving it. Justin playing really, really tight here. Leaving on top. That's not good if you're April. Oh, that is not good if you're sitting in her seat. I believe it was a counterspell. And that's pretty much all Justin needs is right now is just counter magic. $23 to 6. So April gonna crack both fetches. Blood Crypt. And a Temple Garden. And Justin has a pretty good grip. And what is that, 7 untapped lands? If I'm sitting in April's seat, I am not liking my chances here. This is pretty rough. There's another Scion, but that thing's not resolving. You gotta test the waters, though. You gotta at least try. Whether she wants to deploy the Flage first to try and counter that. That's kind of the decision point here, I think. The problem is, the longer this game goes on, the more Justin just brings the clamps down even more. So here, we will lead with Flage. This is going to get countered. And here is the Scion. Justin shrugs and says, okay. Stock up. Remember, at instant speed because of the Teferi. This is the combo I was talking about earlier. Teferi, it makes stock up just busted. So I didn't even see what Justin got. I'm assuming we'll probably see it here momentarily. Maybe not. Mystic Gate. Bounce. Oh, he's plusing. Declare combat. 3 damage to Scion. Back to 9. All right, down to 15. And there's a Galvanic Discharge to finish off the Scion. Counterspell and Galvanic Blast. Right on. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's hard to keep track of everything. So it's nice having chat as my ears and eyes. Although, I don't think y'all can hear them very, very much. All right. So back to April. Not sure what she drew. Looks like an Arena of Glory. Probably has mana to cast. Just going to go with the Leyline. Force it. All right, Justin. Forcing there. Take 9.
Minus Teferi, choose no target.
Teferi gonna minus. Draw Justin a land. And I think we're pretty close. Yep. April gonna scoop him up. Justin, always a good sportsman. Going to extend the hand. And that will be that. All righty, let's kick it back to the booth here. Thank you all so much for joining us. We are live again from Impact Gaming Center in the fabulous Fairview Heights. Make sure to hit up impactgamingcenter.gg for all of your Magic the Gathering needs. We got a ton of singles in stock every single day, so go check them out. Make sure if you are watching after the fact on YouTube, you make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell icon, and set it to all so you don't miss out on content like this. All right, we will have round number 2 momentarily. Don't go anywhere. We got 4 rounds tonight. We will have a backup match from the RCQ on right after I go on break. If you're watching on Twitch, don't go anywhere. Thank you all so much. And whether I see you in the next video or the next round, I've been Les Alex, and I will catch you all on the flippy flop. Adios, everyone.
What's up, everybody? It's Jake and Matt in the booth. Alex is taking his